Hey everybody, Joe here. Want to check out a puzzle today by Melashenkos called Kylo Rin. Oh my, this is an 11 by 11. No borders. Is a deconstruction. Within the 11 by 11 grid, there exist 9 non-overlapping 3 by 3 square regions which must be located by the solver. Each region contains the digits 1 to 9 such that no digit repeats in any row, column, or 3 by 3 region. Cells outside these regions do not contain digits but have a value of 0. Kylo Rinban lines, values on a purple Kylo Rinban line must be a set of consecutive non-repeating values. Note that says values, not digits. The values may be in any order. Treat intersecting lines as a single Kylo Rinban line. Any intersecting lines as a single Kylo Rinban line. So this one is a single Kylo Rinban line. Does that mean this is a line and this is a line? We'll find out. Killer cages. Values in a cage must sum to the total in the upper left-hand corner of the cage. Oh, that has 3, so that will definitely have at least 1 0 in it. Probably 2, actually. Non-zero values may not repeat in a cage. So zeros can repeat in cages, but digits cannot. Right, so that's going to give me some hints for that one and that one. There will definitely be zeros in those. Thermometers, values along a thermometer must increase from the bulb end up to the tip. Okay, we have one given digit. Treat intersecting lines as a single Kylo Rinban line. Yes, so these lines intersect, so this is one line. Okay. At least I think that's how I need to read that. So, anywho, if this is a 0, this will need to be 1, 2, and that will leave 13, which is fine. Oh, another thing, on these 11 by 11s, there's spots here that are forced to be in a box, in a 3 by 3 box. So it is those 9, no matter where you start, whether it be a corner or wherever, just because of minimum, those dots are all going to be in a box, no matter which way you start from. So we can immediately mark those all as part of 3 by 3s. So either 3 of these, although those 2 cannot both be gray, but that one could be gray, that one could be yellow, and it could be 0, 1, 2, or something like that. Also, there could be a 0 on this line. How many digits is that? That is 6. So it still requires a 5. We could not have 2 zeros on here. We can only have 1. Or is that true? I think that has to be true. Yeah, that is true. So these, they cannot both be 0. So it tells me that that has to be yellow. But it doesn't necessarily tell me it's part of that. I don't like that mark there, actually. But that is true. They both cannot be 0. So that one is going to be part of the box. That one could be also. It could be a part of this box, though. It could be a part of this box. I don't know yet. This cannot be 0, 0 either. So that is going to have to be a digit above 0. So it will also be in a box. And obviously that one is part of that box. So we can... Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Because the box cannot turn and not get that box. Cell, rather. Okay. This is going to need to be yellow as well. At least this. Because again, we could not have 0, 0. But I still don't know. It doesn't necessarily mean it's part of this one. So I don't like it yet. As a mark, both of these cannot be yellow. So that one must be, and that is definitely in that box. So those must be. Both of these cannot be yellow. Or, I mean, both of them cannot be 0. This one could be... Both of these cannot be 0. Both of them could be digits, though. This one could grab that. Both of these cannot be 0 either. Both of them. Man, we're gonna have a lot of just yellow dots randomly. If I do that. Two out of 4. Actually, it could even be 3. Oh, neither of these can be 0 now because we know that one is in a... I didn't even see that. Although this can go down there, so... It's not necessarily... If this one does go down there, this box would have to get one of those. It would have to be that one. Okay, so that one would have to look something like that, probably. This one has to be... Let me go ahead and mark this, I guess. These two cannot be yellow. That one and that one could be yellow, though. I guess any one of those could be gray. This one has to be yellow. Both of these cannot be blank. These two cannot be blank. Both of these cannot be blank. But that one could grab that one could be blank. I don't have any of these done yet. If both of these are 0, then a 1 would be in here twice. So that cannot be. Because this little 2x2 is going to be the same 3x3. So that one or that one has to be yellow. Or they can both be yellow. Oh, but this one will have to have at least 1 0. Can that one be gray? Or can that one be not in a box? I don't think so. If this... If this is not in a box, let me go to a different palette. Would I say that one? If that is not in a box, that one would have to be. Which means that one would be. Which means that would have 0. So it would have to be like that. Wait, was that right? Yeah, that would have to be yellow because they can't both be 0. And then it would has to get one of these right. So it'd have to go like that for that one. And then would that still work out? This could be 0, I guess. Oh no, because that would put 2 ones. No, that could be... Yeah, that would still put 2 digits in that box. So that one would have to be yellow. So this box would be complete. I think this is broken though. And if that was 0, then that would have a 1 or a 2 there. And that would have to be a 1 or a 2. So that would have to be yellow. But then that would still have to be a 1 or a 2, because now the box can't go that way. So that would still be 0, and that would still be a 1 or a 2, which would also be there. So that is yellow. And that can only be part of this box. Once you get it diagonal, you know you have to make a square because the box cannot turn. Now, both of these cannot be gray. Actually, one of them can't be gray, right? Neither one. Neither one can be gray. So then who would get the other cell? So they are both yellow. I don't know which one gets it yet. One of those still need taken. This could easily equal 9. If both of those were 0. Ah, but it can't. Let's see. Can this one be yellow? Because if it was, that one would be yellow. Wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. So in that case, these, I think... Yeah, this would both have to be part of that. So those are both not in a box. Doesn't that mean that both of these are yellow? Yes. Oh, it also means this. This box here does not go up there. Like that. Oh, actually it could. It could. But both of these are yellow. And it will either get that one or that one. But it does give me a wall here. And it also tells me that this bit is part of this box, right? Because now this one, even at maximum, it can only go down to there. So we have that. I don't think I know about this one yet. These two digits equal 9. These two digits equal 16. Now one of these will be 0. So either that is 1 or there's a 1, 2 there. Which is also fine. But I know that this one is part of this one. So I can fill those in. I can draw another sidewall there. Can both of these be 0? The answer, I believe, is yes. Both of these cannot. Both of these cannot. This one. This one can't be reached by either of those. It could be 0 though. They both can't be 0. If that one is 0, that one is colored. If that one is 0, that one is colored. If they are both colored, then this one would still have to be here. So that is part of the box. One of these will have to be part of a box also. Actually, what am I doing here? This one goes all the way over to there. Because I know that these two, I know it has to go over 3. So I'll have another sidewall there. This is the one I'm unsure about because that one can be 0. Now, if it is, will that screw this up? 15 can definitely be made in 3. So I don't think that's an issue. If that was 0, that would be 1. Oh, a few of these have to be 0. Guess that's okay though. In a 3 box, at least 2 of them must be 0. Can both those be 0? Both those could be 0. And honestly, 3 could be. Both of these cannot be 0 though, because then they would not be consecutive. Both of these cannot be 0 either. That one still could. I guess those 2 could be. And even then, you could still make 15. If this goes down, that would be yellow. And it would be the end of that box. That could be 0. That would be part of that box. That is all good, I think. But I could only have at maximum 1 more yellow here. Let me think about this. I'm saying if this went down, I'm gonna just hash those so I remember where I started. So this would look like this. That would be yellow. And then I had a thought here. Did I lose it? If this was yellow, it could not be part of this box because it would have 3 yellows in it. But it could just simply be this could be just yellow like that though. Maybe. What about this one then? Let's say that one is yellow. And then that would do that. It would make that one 0, so that one would have to be yellow in the corner. And it would do that. Eh. And then it would force that one up. That might be okay. Maybe I need to think about this differently. I think I just saw something that did that. So I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 10 digits there. So only 1 0 can be on this line. And this one, okay, well, this one can make it down there. If this was a 0, can everything else be grabbed? Because this one, if that was 0, I think this one would have to be there. Or it could be in that box. If that was 0, this would be this box. So that one could be that box. This would have to be part of that box. So it would be part of that box. But it could not go down there. So this one cannot be 0. Let me do that again to make sure. I was saying if this is 0, this one could not be. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right. That one would have to go up. So this one would have to do that. This one here would be unable to be grabbed by this box. Because then that one wouldn't be yellow. So this one would have to be like that. And now this one can't be grabbed. So this cannot be 0. That is yellow. Will the same work this way? If that is 0, this one is that way. And then this one would be that way. And then, yeah, that won't work. Because these two, this one would have to be here. And then that one could not be grabbed. And since there are 4, 8, 9, 10 consecutive digits. Oh, well, that one has to be gray. That would have been so much easier to just say these are 10 consecutive digits, so that one must be 0. Yeah, that is true. Dang. Wow. Okay. So even though I was getting there with the where are the 3x3s, the easy way there is just these are 10 consecutive digits, which is 0 through 9. So that one has to be another 0. Right. And I've said earlier, both of these cannot be 0. Okay, so that finishes this box off. Which in turn will... That's still wrong though, isn't it? Right, right. So I was doing it right. What am I? Where am I? I'm backing up to what point? Okay, forget what I said about that. Because if that one is gray... If I was to say that one is gray, then this one down here is yellow. But then I cannot grab both of these with these two boxes because they are obviously on different planes. Oh, but several of these can be 0 though. No, they couldn't be. There won't be 2 grays on these verticals. There can be 1 at most, but there can be like a gray here and a gray here, perhaps. But there will not be a gray here and anywhere. Could be there. Hmm. Now I'm totally confused again. It is true to say, though, that I cannot get both of these. No, that's not true to say. It's true to say that that is yellow. This one could go like that. But then both of these would be gray. This one could go like that. Those two could be gray. I guess the question is that one yellow? If it was, it could be like that. But then one of these there'd be 2 zeros and pinks though. if that happened. So that is not yellow. That is gray. That is going to box this. It's going to push it there. It's going to finish that. It's going to push this one up into the corner. It's going to push this one up. And that cannot be gray, so that must be yellow. It could still be part of that. Does not have to be, though. This one could be gray also. These are a 1, 2. Oh, I don't want to do that. They're just 0. What else can I do here? These are all yellow. Okay, more on this line, maybe. Consecutive, consecutive, consecutive. We have 10 consecutive digits. That is 0 through 9. So one of these are gray, yes? Or no, they don't. Yeah, one of them is gray. Is that one gray? Or is that one gray? If this is gray, let's say that is gray. Then this one goes like that. And that would be going that way. These would both be 0. But then this would not have a 3 on it, so that would have to be yellow. And it would do that to that one. Like that. That would be a 1, 2. But then that would have to be a 2, a 1 or a 2 as well. So that would be broken. Right. So that is not gray. It is in fact yellow. That one is in fact gray. It did not help me decide which way this goes. But it doesn't help me on that either. Oh, that one has to be gray though, because this cannot be all yellow. Because digits with actual digits, non-zero values, may not repeat. Well, plus we would have to squeeze what? We would have to squeeze 3 1s in there, which wouldn't work by Sudoku rules. So that is like that. It's going to make a corner for this. It has to be part of this one now. and also this. Okay. Alright, good. Almost an hour in, have not made a Sudoku puzzle yet. To start. So 3 digits, that one is gray. 3 digits are equaling 15. This one has to be there. At least one more of these are yellow. These cannot both be gray. Where to now? This is going to be the same as... Okay, this one cannot be yellow because it would have 3 yellows again. So that one must be gray. However, I think that both of these could be gray, and that could just be a 3. But one can be yellow. Both cannot. But only one out of all of these can be yellow, or can be gray. So if this was gray, this would have to go that way. If that was gray. But this one could still go like that. Which is fine. But honestly, all of those could be yellow as well. Yeah. That line does not necessarily have to have a 0. In fact, it may not have a 0. This one is going to be 1, 2, 3 down here, though. This one not being able to be 3. This one will be 1, 2, 1, 2 as well. 9 cannot go over here. 9 went there, that would be 8, that would be 1, 2, 3. That'd probably be okay, maybe okay. 4. This cannot be a 1 or a 2 now. So that must be a 3, and now it will make both of these gray. because that is done. Okay, and now this one must be part of that. It will go that way. Well, we can go ahead and draw that actually because it's in a corner. So it's going to be forced this way. And it's had its gray, so it cannot have another. So it's also going to force that one. And just like that, we have 7 of 9 done. Can this be a 0? Well, these two will be. These two will be yellow. And these two will be yellow. This was 4, 5. That's just any number. This is any number above 4. Okay, so is that. Uh, this is 10. All low digits. This side can be 1, 2, 3, 4. This side can be 1, 2, 3. Since that box is all yellow though, they must be all small at minimum. Since that is 1, 2, 3, the highest this side could go is 6. And if it was all yellow and it did go up that high, this would have to be the 4. If this was 3 and it went up, that was 3, it could not go up. These could be 1, 2 though. And that could be 0. If this was 3 though, and these were all yellow, that would have to be 4. And this would be 5, 6. But then that would have to be 0 for the box. That would not work. But if that was 3, that could be 0. And this be 1, 2. Or maybe that could even be... No, that would definitely have to be 4. But then maybe this could be 2, 5. Ah, but then that would have to be 3. So that would not work either. Okay. This cannot be 4. So we are making a 1, 2, 3 combo here. So that one must be 4. Because those are definitely all the same box. Now, what about this? Are these gonna stagger that way? this way. None of these are all on a even. Well, yeah, I mean, there aren't three boxes horizontally or vertically that are all on the same three rows and or three rows or columns. Part of boxes are, but definitely not all. So those will be 1 through 9, obviously. Um, okay, so the smallest this can be is 4. Which is going to make that 11. What if it was 9? Make that 6. I don't know. That sounds like it has a lot of possibilities. But these can't be small. So these are already going to be... Oh, and they can't be 4, 5 on different lines. So this side, I think, has a minimum. If this was 4, 5, that would be 6. This has a minimum of 10. So this cannot be over 5. This is 4 or 5 only. I think must this one? This one cannot be... This one cannot be 4 or 5 now. Oh, wait a minute. It definitely can't be smaller than that, right? If this is 4, then it's gotta be 5, 6, 7, and then that would be even higher. That would be like 12, but we can't have 1, 2, or 3 there. So I think this has to be 8, 9. Or no, not 8, 9, sorry. Have I goofed? 1, 2, 3. These cannot be 4, 5. Letting that be 6. The smallest that can be is 4. Can I make this 11? I don't think I can. Oh yeah, I can. This could be 4, 5, or no? Why couldn't this be 4, 5? Ooh. Did I screw up here? Four is the minimum here, so 11 is what I'm shooting for. 10 or 11. Right, because that could be 5. Okay. But if this is 4, that is 5. And this could be 5, 6. Right. Because if this is not 4, 5, if that is not 4, 5 there, then this number here or rather, if 4 was on this line, then this would be 8 at the minimum, and this would have to be a 3. So this is 4, and then this is 5, and this is 6. Now this is 5, but now this is 6 because it cannot be 4 from Sudoku to the left. So this will be 7, 8, 9 in some order. Can be any. Wow, that was a bit tricky. Made it there in the end. These are 3 digits. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. The other side can be 8 or 9. Or these could be 7, 8, 9. So this will have a 2 or an 8 on it. If this was an 8, that would be a 1. Neither of them will be a 9. But this could be, though. If this was 7, that would be 2. 8, 9. I think there's several options there. Okay. So there's going to be a 4 in one of these. Ah, and it won't be on the top. So that is a 4. There'll be a 4 down here. It's going to be a 5 over here. This cannot be 6. This cannot be 6. So 6 is in this little world. It's fine. What about these? This is 0. So we will have 1s along here. This can be 1, 2, 3. How much does it go up to? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes up to 5. There's going to be a 5 either here or here. Let's just mark all possibilities. That is a 1 or a 2. That is a 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. This is a 5, 6, or 7. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 9. We have a 1, 2, 3 combo. Neck column. This is a 5. It won't be a 5 though. So this is a 7, 8. And then an 8, 9. This one has to be, it can't be 1, 2, 3. Can't be 4. It can be 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9. This one at the bottom is just 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I guess. Looks like it. Okay, but what about these? They have to be kind of low, I think. I guess the question is this 0? So is that 0? Um, these would be 1, 2, 3. These would be 1, 2, 3. Is that what I'm saying? Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. Back to this. If this was 0, those would be 1, 2, 3. So 5, 3, and 2 would not work. 3 and 1 would be 7. 1 and 2 would be 8. Those both seem like they would work. Yeah, everybody, sorry about that. Had to step away a moment. I am back. And let me think about these two. Oh, where was I even marked? That was the last thing I did. Okay. So... So either that one or that one is a 5. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This cannot be an 8. If this is an 8, that is a 9. So that cannot be 5, 6, 7. What about if it's a 7? If it is a 7, it can't be that either, can it? If it's a 7, it would be an 8, 9. Yeah, so it can't be that. Can it be a 6? Yeah, it can. Okay, that didn't help too much then. If this is a 7, that won't help too much either. Alrighty. So much for that. This cannot be 5, 4. It could be... Oh, it can't be 6, 3 either. Could it be 7, 2? It could be. Could be 7, 2 or 8, 1. 7, 2 or 8, 1. Alright. Um... Hmm. Oh, this is... What am I doing here? That's a 1. So 1 is on this line. Do I have all my zeros marked? Or rather, the things coming out of the zero places. Does this have to be... Oh look, if this is 1, that can't be 1. Well, it could be 1. My point is, if this is yellow, it can't be. If this is yellow, can it be 2? Two. This would be 4, that would be 3, 5. Then that would be 3. So if that is 2... Actually, hold on. If this is 1, 4, and this is yellow, this has to be a 4. This would be a 2, 3. That would be 6. So that is not doable. This cannot be 1 if that is yellow. If this is 2, there would have to be another 4 here. This could be 1, 3. That could be 7. Or it could be 3, 5. And that could... Okay, that would not work. So if it was 2, it would be 4. Three, 1. 7. That would work if 2 was here and that was yellow. If this is 3, it does not have to be yellow though. It could be 0. If it was 0... actually, if this is 0, that can't be 1 either. Because this would still be 2, 3. That would have to be 6. So this is not 1. 2, on the other hand, if it was yellow, that was 4. And this was 1, 3. That was 7. If it's 2 and this is 0, that's still 1, 3, and that's 7. If this is 3 and that's 0, this is 1, 2, and that's 8. If this is 3 and this is not yellow, then it is 4. It could be 1, 2 with 8, or it could be 5, 2 with 4. Okay. It didn't quite help me then. This is not 1 though. Oh, here we go. 4 cannot be down here, so it goes here. So, doesn't help me up here. I need more of those insights. 5. I need to figure out these other two last boxes. This is still 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5 here. This can no longer be 1, 8. It cannot be 6, 3. It cannot be 5, 4. It is 7, 2. If this was 2, that would have to be 3. 3, 8. If this was 2, well, if that was 7, these would be 8, 9. That would be 7. That would be 6. That would be 5. That seems okay. If this was 2, that would be 1, 3. So 3 is up here. If that is 2, then that's 1, 3. If that is 7, then that is 2, and that's 3. 7, 8, 9 can be either way around. This is basically... I'll just leave that like that, I guess. 3. Okay, but it does give me that this is not a 3. That one still could be 1, 2, no. So this one is not 7. Seven, 8, 9. 7. 8. If this is 7, that would be 8. So that could not be 7. If this, is that right? If this is 7, that is 8, then that would not be 7 because that would have to be 8. If this one is 7, these would be 8, 9. So that, again, would not be able to be 7. And one of these are 7, so this one cannot be 7. Now, 5, well, that still doesn't quite get it there. This has 15 left. That's the highest these can be. If this was a 2, that could be a 6, 7. Or an 8, 5, or a 9. Well, no, couldn't be an 8, 5, could it? Could be a 6, 7, though. But I don't think that has to be by any means. Although, if this is 2, or well, 2, 3 is the lowest here, which is 6. Oh, it could not be 2, 3. It would have to be at least 3, 4. 4 would be here, 3 would be there, and then it would need an 8. Or 5 would need a 6. 5, 6 would need a 3. No, it would need a 4. Okay, and I'm not sure about that. There has to be some kind of crossway I'm overlooking. 1, 2, 3. What is not in here? Everything else is in there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If this is 7, though, that is 6, 5. I don't think that is an issue. What about 4s can be on either row in that box? I have a lot of 4s, don't I? Somewhat. I really need to know if that box, if that digit is a 0. I don't know how to quite sort that out. If it is a 0, this would need a 1, and a 2 or a 3, but that would be alright. That would be okay. And if this was 7, that would be 8. That would make that 6. And that 5. If this was a 2, that would be 3. That would be 7, 8, 9. That would be 7. That would be 6, 5. What did I just say then? I said if that is 7 and that is 8, this would be 6, 5. If this is 7, that is 8, 9, and that would be 7, 6, 5. Either way around, that is 6, 5. That was sneaky. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. So that was a bit of help. But was it enough? Other than this is 8, 9 there. 7, 8, 9 there. So this cannot be... Yeah, it was enough, because this cannot be 7 now. Because these would be 8, 9. And then those would both have to be 7. So that is 2, that is 7, that is 8. Now this must be, because it can't go up to 4. So it must be including 1 and 3. And now this will be 9. So, well, this one. And 9 will be over here now. 8 will also, and so will 7. So 3 is here, and it is not going to be consecutive with those. So 3 is there. And this will be a digit. I feel like there can only be one digit here. Oh, right, there is. It is a 5. So that will have to be 6 here and 7 there. Those will be 8, 9, and these will be 2, 4. Well, actually, this is 11, 12, 16. Okay, so far so good. That was a lot. This is now 1. This is now 3. This is now 2. This is not 2. This is not 2. This is not 3. So that is 5. That is 1. That is 7. This is now 3. 1, 2, 3. But more importantly, this can probably... I think I know that... Let's see. Alright, if this was 1, 2, that would be 8. How else did that work? 4. It cannot go up. Or wait, yes it could. This could be 5, 2. And that could be 4. And then that would be 4. That would be a 4 yellow. So if this was 0, this would be 1, 2. That would be 8. Said 1, 2. If this was yellow, it would have to be 4. It could still be 1, 2. Could also be 5, 2. Point is, I said 2 in all of those. 3 is in one of the... Oh, it's either... Oh. 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 If... If this is yellow, 3 must go there. If this is yellow, 3 must go there. Okay. Not sure. I am sure about that 5. I'm still not quite sure about this being a 0 or a digit. This is 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay. This cannot be 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Needs a 8 and a 9 also. That can be any of those. Those can be any of those. This needs a 3. Okay, 3 has to go here. And then 3 has to go here. It doesn't help me out with this bottom. 3 can still go in either there. It may help me out later. These were all 6, 8, 9 running that way. This one is 8, 9 only. What about this row? This row needs a 7 and an 8. Could be either. There still needs to be a 7. Can't be a 7 here. So this one will have a 7. What about 8 and 9 too, though? 8 and 9 aren't going to be over here, are they? I mean, neither one can. The highest this could go, which would still break it, is 6. So the highest this can go is actually 5. So this is really just 1, 2, 5. One, two, five, yeah. And then so these are still 6, 7, 8, 9, I guess. This one is only 7 or 8. Missing something, huh? Oh, here we go. Here we go. That is a 2 because of pink line. That is a 1. That is a 2. Now we cannot have a 2 there. So this would be 2, 1, or 2, 5. The 2, 1 could have a 0 or a 4. The 2, 5 would have to have a 4. So, but this is 2. I guess is maybe the point. So 0, 1, or 4, 5. And both of those look okay. If this is 1, that's 8. Well, it's not 4, is it? Oh, no, it could be 4 if that was 5. Dang. Alright. Getting there, though. 1 is in this column. At the top 2. A 6 is over here. It must go there. So that will make that one a 3. And that one 1. And then now 1 is over here. Well, actually, it could go here, I guess, if it was part of this box. Still have not sorted that out. Oh, I get the 3 though, don't I? Let me just check. 3 cannot go in there, cannot go in there, cannot go in there, cannot go in there, cannot go in there. So man, no matter where this box goes, it is getting a 3 there. What about a... There's a 4 here. Something else is known there. A 2. So I get that box. Is 2 gonna do the same thing? No matter where that box goes, 2 is there. One is doing the same thing. from here? Or is it? That could be one. That one can't because of that one. One maybe still be okay. There needs to be a 4. That might be okay too. Okay. 5? No, don't know yet. That is 7, 8. That is 7, 8. Making combos in all of those. These are 6, 8, 9. Can this still be? If that was 2, 1, that is a 4 or 8, right? 4 or 8. I take that out for now, I think. Are all my pink lines done? Other than this one. They all look to be accurate. 1, 2. Okay, if this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these would be 7, 8, 9. That all looks okay, doesn't it? One, two, three. One can go there. If it did go here, that would be a 4. This would be the box. That would be a 5. Seems okay though. 5, 7, 4 to make 11. That would be a 4. That would be a 4. This would be part of that box. That would have its 4. Everything would be done as far as 4 goes. So, what else can we do here? A 1 could still go there. If it did, the 1 would go there. That would be... If this was 1, what was I saying? No, if this is 1, that could be 0. If this is 1, that could be 0 or 4. And if this is 5, then that would be 4. So this is 0 or 4. 0 or 4, and this is 1 or 5. And that is 4 or 8. And that is tricky. Tricky, I tell you. 4 can also be up here somewhere. So what am I overlooking? Am I overlooking a box? That's either 9, 10, 11, or... That one is done. That one got done. That one got done. That one got done. That one's done. That thermometer is correct. This is 7, 8, or 9. That looks good. If this is... Can that be 5, 6? Then that would be 8 or 9. That's okay. About 7. 7 can go over here. Or it could go over here. Or over there. Okay. I think elsewhere. Let me look at the correct spot. And that should help. These are correct. 15. What about right here? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 or 9. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. This can also 4, 7, 8, 9. It's 4, 8 only. 4, 7, 8, 9. Or no, this one's just 7, 8, 9. But okay. This pink line is pretty much done except for its final arrangement. That pink line is done. That pink line is done. This one is just waiting on that. And if that is a 0, then 1 goes here. And the box would obviously go that way. This would be 7, 8, 9. That would be 1. 4 would be up here. There would be nowhere for 5 to go. If this box went like this would be 7, 8, 9. And that would have to be 0 because it would not be able to be part of this box. So if this box went like that, we have 7, 8, 9 there. But where would we put 1? That would be 0, so that would be 1. So this would be the only spot for 1. And now 5 is being completely blocked off. Here and way up here. So this box does not take up these 3 cells. In fact, it takes up these 3. Finally. That may have been able to be thought out earlier. I don't know how much though, because I did have to end up getting quite a bit of digits to get that 1 and 4 needing to be, or at least that cell taken. That was quite a journey on that one. That was nice. Now hopefully it is correct. That would be even nicer. So this is now a 4 because it can't be a 0 inside of a box. This can still be 1 or 5. Right. That is wild. That is wild. 1. Still that little deal. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are all 7, 8, 9. One's in the little L. Any other small numbers? 2. Okay, a 5 does not go over here. So it does go here. And this will be a 5. And 6 cannot go here. 6 is also in this little L. 1, 5, and 6 are all in that little L. And they're being shoved over there by this column. So then what is that? Seven, 8, 9. It can't be a 9. So we have a 7, 8 combo now. Which is going to 1, 5, 6 this one. And it cannot be a 1 or a 5. So it has to be a 6. This is now 1, 5. So that is 6. And 6 up here. This is going to be an 8, 9. We're going to have a bunch of whatever this digit is. We'll go down here with the 5. So it's kind of making... So that means the 7 can't go down. I guess this is still 7, 8, 9 though. Of course. Okay. So is this a 5, 6? Could be. It still has some freedom. What about this middle box now? It needs a 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh, this cannot be a 1 now. Okay. That is not a 1, so that has to be. Now we finally have our last pink. Well, other than that top one on its final arrangement. But this one is now totaling 3 plus 8, putting the 4 there, making this a 7. This will be a 9. That'll be a 7, 8 looking up here. So that is a 9. That is an 8. That is a 9. That will be 8, 9. I think we're just filling in the marks now for the most part. 8, 7, 8, 7. Thermometer works correctly. That is good. This is a 7. And this will have one digit left, which is 8. And this 8 will need to be down here. So that is 5. This makes that a 6, 5. Wow, that was a... Let's just go ahead and... I never did get the opportunity to finish in my coloring. That was a fun puzzle. That was very difficult, I thought. I do love these deconstruction puzzles, though. That was really good. That is by Melashenkos, and the puzzle is called Kylo Ren. Check it out yourself in the link below, and give it an enjoy and a like. And also like and subscribe here if you enjoyed the content. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. And bye-bye.